Hello everyone, and welcome to Counselor Feature Friday. I'm your host, Brian Urban. In these features, we hope to give you some simple tips, tidbits, and tricks to make your days easier and your patients happier. In this feature, we're going to talk about appointment options, specifically recurring blocks versus multiple individual events. So let's jump right to the screen where those options live. Let's go ahead and click on a day and time and bring open the new appointment screen. And then we'll jump right to the bottom here where we can see recurrence and multiple individual events. We'll start with recurrence first. Recurrence is a feature that enables you to create blocks, obviously, and make them recur. So if you want to set your lunchtime, noon to 1, Monday through Friday, if you want to set ENT hours or walk-in hours or new patient hours, or if you want to set your monthly staff meetings, right? Whatever the case may be, you can set those blocks up very, very quickly and easily and decide if they have an end date or if they're going to continue on until further notice, right? The beautiful thing about setting these up is it does link them. So if maybe your staff meetings typically started at 4 p.m. and you decide you want to shift it to 4:30, you could, of course, modify one block, and then you would ask, do you want to modify just this one event or all events, right? All the blocks. So you can modify one at a time, or you can change them all together in one go. So it's a very nice way of linking those up. Now it's important to note that the recurrence feature is designed where you would not have a patient designated, right? These are blocks of time that are where an individual patient is not designated, right? This is for other purposes. Now that brings us to the multiple individual events. This is where you can set up multiple appointments in one go. So if you have an instance where you're going to see a patient multiple times in the coming weeks, let's take a tinnitus therapy patient, right? You may see them weekly for the next 6 weeks. Speech pathology, right? You may see the kiddo, once a week or twice a week for the next 10 weeks. This enables you to set all those appointments up in one go, but then those appointments live independently, right? So if the 6th appointment you have in that sequence lands on a holiday, you could reschedule that one without modifying the rest. And these individual events are designed for patients to be designated within them. So if you're ever curious about which ones apply, you're very likely the most common usage is with the recurrence, because that's specific for blocking. The multiple individual events would really only be if you have you work with patients where you have the need to schedule them multiple times in succession, right? Weekly for 5 weeks, that type of thing. Okay, but they each have their own characteristics and the way they function. So of course we're always happy to review these with you and determine which tool is the best for you and your team. So thank you very much for joining us for today's Counselor Feature Friday, and as always, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.